this one says, if we give happiness to others, we will end up happy. So I always like to read these to start off my day because they just kind of give me a little boost. So we're going to get started. It feels so good on my throat because I have terrible allergies, so my throat has been like scratchy. So it feels amazing. So I usually do my brows, well, I try to do my brows off camera, but it doesn't always work that way sometimes. So today I'm going to be doing my brows on camera. And I always like to use this little spoolie. Don't ask me where I got it from. I have no idea. I want to say I ordered it off Amazon though, so that could be where it came from, because I order everything off of Amazon. But yeah, so I like to go through first, and I like to make sure that I am laying my brows the way that I would like for them to flow when I get ready to put the product on. And lately, guys, I've been only using the ABH dip brow. There are others, and this is what it looks like. And I always use the color Ebony. There are other things that I like to use sometimes, but this for some reason is what kind of gets my eyebrows where they need to be at. So I use this, and I take a brush that's kind of like this. I don't know if you guys can see that, or if I need to, let's see if it won't focus, but basically it's like an angled brush. And I like to use this to start my brow off. And the thing with me is I have crooked brows, so it seems like one of my brows always is higher than the other one. So I've learned to start my techniques with a skinnier brow. So what I like to do is I like to start off like this, and then I'll go through and I'll fix it afterwards. And then, like I said, I like to make the brows skinny and pull that down just like that. You know, it looks good. And then I will take that line at the bottom and kind of push it through the middle of my brow, or where I want my arc to be. And then I will shape the other side there. Alright guys, so now that I've actually filled my brows in, it's time to go through and officially clean up the brow. So, I like to take, where's it at? The NYX palette, and if you guys watch my videos, you know that I use this palette religiously. So I use it for absolutely everything. But this is how I go through and I clean my brow. I'll be taking this shade, where's it at? Right there. And it's I wouldn't say it's like really close to my skin tone, but it's kind of a darker shade, but it's not the darkest, but this is just personally the shade that I like to use. I wish they were labeled by name, but I'm not sure that they are. But yeah, so I like to take a little bit of this on the angled brush at the tip, and this is how I like to clean up my brows underneath the bottom. And sometimes I may go to the top, it just depends. So what I'm going to do is, and guys, this is just a tip that I like to use when I'm doing my brows. I like to rest my pinky on the corner of my nose because it gives me stability when I do that. So if you watch, I lay it there and I take my angle brush and I go underneath. Alright guys, so I just like to clean up my brow and actually smooth in that concealer or blend in that concealer with my sponge. And then I go through in the tip of my sponge, by the way, and then I go through and I do the brush. That's the closest we're gonna get today. This morning. So this one isn't as high. Like I told you, I have uneven brows, so I try to do what works. So yeah, this is what we're gonna have to work with for the time being, because it just doesn't want to do right with me this morning. Okay. Alright. So those are now complete. And now we're going to go ahead and moisturize our face. And the thing is, I actually moisturized my face before I started. I used the faveeess moisturizing cream here. And this is what the bottle looks like. So if you haven't tried it, and then that's the goodbye. It's the faveeess cream. It's a Japanese product. And it works as a mask as well as a moisturizer, so that it's, you know, making sure that your face is moisturized how it should be. So I've already actually put that on my face, so I'm going to go ahead and prime, because I always like to moisturize with some sort of cream and then I put on my primer. So y'all know I'm gonna use my favorite primer in the whole entire world, the NYX Honey Do Me Up. So let me go ahead and show y'all that, like y'all haven't seen it. It's in all of my videos. So, and it's so cool. Oh my gosh, I love this product. I just don't know. Okay. So rubbing that in absolutely everywhere, because it is so amazing. Okay. Whew. That felt so good. Okay, so for today, I'm going to do a little color correct with the NYX Full Coverage Concealer, and this is in the color Orange. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to place this on my cheeks and on the places that I have dark spots. So or places that I want to be lighter or a little bit more concealed. So I'm going to do underneath my eyes here, because I feel like my eyes are very dark sometimes. I'm going to do this on my nose, around the corners of my mouth, because those are always darker. Yeah, I don't know if I'm tripping today. Oh, never mind. But I could not get that top on just now. Alright, so now we're going to go through and we're going to kind of blend it. And I just usually take my sponge and I like to just kind of dab that product in. So that's blended in a little bit. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take the MAC Mineralize Moisture SPF 15 foundation. This is in the color NW45. And the thing is, I have just started using this foundation. I've had it and I haven't really gotten a chance to use it like I want to. So I'm going to be using it, but I also love using the MAC, which I'll be using in this video too, the NW45 cover up. So I like to go ahead and just put this on here, and it's so easy to just put on because you could just squeeze it. Like, it's amazing. There, and then there, and then you lock it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my brush here. This is like one of my favorite full coverage brushes. It's by ELF, and I absolutely love this brush. It looks like this. So I like to go ahead and just kind of dab that all over my face, and it gives you like the perfect. Alright guys, so I just used this foundation, and the thing is, I have really oily skin, and I'm not sure about the rest of you that do, but this foundation is very oily from what I can tell. But the thing is, I like the oil because it kind of gives me that glow. But I'm going to tone this oiliness down with a little bit of powder once I start my highlight. So once I go ahead and do my highlight, because I don't necessarily have the powder that I like to use on my face after I use foundation. So whenever I use foundation, sometimes I do like to put on a powder after I've done that. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it with my highlight. So I'm going to be taking the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn, like I always do, because y'all know my makeup routines. So, this is one of my favorite products. And I'm actually running out. I'm like squeezing the life out of this right now because I'm almost running out and I need to get some more. So, alright, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and go underneath my under eye. And I'm actually going to do two colors. I'm going to use the Fawn, and I'm going to use, well actually, no I'm not. I'm just going to use the Fawn today because I kind of want this look to be simple. I want it to be something that's a little glamorous, but not glamorous, like I said, with eyeshadow. So I want it to be kind of simmered down. So we're just going to use Fawn. We're not going to go with a deep highlight today at all. Alright, so let's do this. And whenever you're contouring, guys, I'm squeezing the life out of this. Whenever you're contouring, you always want to put it in your highlight area. So of course mine's are there, nose, the forehead, and the chin area, and that's basically the go-to spots. So yeah, so then I like to take my sponge and I like to go ahead and blend that. Okay guys, so I went ahead and I did that. So now what I'm going to do is I like to take two powders and I like to set. And I realized that I didn't use the matte cover up, but it is what it is. So I like to take two powders, like I said, and I like to set my highlight. So I've been using the Mineralize Luxury Banana Powder for, it's been years actually, but I had stopped using the product and now I'm back to using it again. So I like to set my highlight first with this. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to set it. And I don't let this set. I just go ahead and I put the powder on it. Just to kind of get rid of that shine there. Alright, so I'm now done putting that on, and that that took away a lot of the shine on my face. So that's the first set of powder, like I said, I like to do. And then next I like to go in and I like to contour. So let me get my brush. And I use the, like I said, the NYX palette that I used to begin with. And this time I'm taking that dark shade there. So I'm going to put that in my contour spot. And me personally, my head is very elongated. So I don't like to put the product in the middle of my head. I instead like to do the sides, and then I like to go down. Alright, and then we're going to contour our nose. And I like to go down and like that on my nose, just like that. And that is all I usually do. And then I'm going to take my same brush that I usually use, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that. And then what I do is I start off in the corners, but once I'm finished with blending this portion in, after I go through, let's see, I will take the product that's left on the brush and I will go across the middle of my forehead. Instead of actually placing a line across my forehead, I will just take the excess that's on the brush and brush it. And then I like to go underneath my face. Most of the time I will go ahead and contour down there when I'm doing an in-depth makeup tutorial, but today I'm not. And then I like to go ahead and take my sponge again, in which I have multiple sponges, by the way. But I like to take my sponge again and I like to contour my nose. So now what I like to do is I like to take my Sacha Buttercup, which is my favorite setting powder, and I like to go through and put on my lipstick and then do the rest of my face. So now I'm going to actually start off with my eyeliner because I want to go ahead and put that on. So I'm using the Better Than Sex Easy Glide Waterproof Liquid Liner, and this is what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. And guys, I have hooded eyes, so it's very hard for me to do a wing liner. I'm surprised I've been doing it for as long as I have been. So it's very difficult. So what I like to do is start at the inner corner. And the thing about liner with people with hooded eyes, you have to make the liner very thin. That is done. So now what I'm going to do is and so guys, I was going to take my Better Than Sex mascara, but I couldn't find that, so I'm going to be using the Maybelline Falsies. And then I have some Ardell lashes that I am using. And I'm going to be using this Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive that looks like this to apply these lashes. And the thing is with my lashes, I usually have to trim them, but I'm not doing that today. And guys, personally, whenever I put my lashes on, I like to start off using a, what's it called? What is this? Tweezers. Tweezers. I like to start off using tweezers. So, let me get some tea on that one. So I like to start off using tweezers, and then later on it seems like I always have to use my hand to get these bad boys on. So I always like for my lashes to flow with thick, thin, because my eyebrows, where am I at this morning? My eyelashes, I like for them to be thick in the inner corner. So, then after I finish my lashes, I'm going to go ahead and wipe away the excess setting powder. Alright, so now I'm going to go through and I'm going to do my lips. And today I'm actually using the, and I know this may sound weird that I do this, but I like to take lip liner and I like to still put it on even though I'm going to put on a gloss today. So, this shade of lip liner is actually a, this is MAC and it's the color Chestnut. This is my favorite pencil actually. And then I'm going to use the Ulta Beauty Juice Infused Lip Oil. And the thing is, I actually made this lip oil tinted. I put in, well actually when I used my lip liner, I did this and I put this on and it for some reason it gave me like a really, really brown shade that I really, really like. So, I like my lip glosses to be tinted. Ooh, girl. That's cute. That's cute, girl. Alright, so now I'm going to probably take the actually last bit of my CoverGirl Queen collection bronzer. This has been my favorite bronzer for a long time and they discontinued it like I've told y'all in many, many videos. So I'm literally on the last crumb still using this. So. And then I'm actually going to take a dab of it and I'm going to put it on my lid. Just to give my lid that no shine there. Alright, so I'm now going to take my, this is Bit of Jelly Gel Illuminator by NYX, and this is what I'm going to use to do a little of my highlight today. I want to put some on my nose. Well, that didn't work out. Alright guys, so I'm going to use the Sonia Kashuk because y'all know I use this in every video as well. The highlighter here and the blush. So I'm going to start off by putting this on my nose. And then I'm going to go through again and just use my, this is the Morphe M310 fan brush. And I like to go through again and just kind of put some more of that highlighter on my cheeks to give me that glow. Put a little bit more on my nose there, a little bit on my lip, and some on my forehead. So there's that. And then of course I like to take the blush in that palette and put. Alright guys, so that is basically my makeup tutorial here for today. And you know, it doesn't look bad. It looks really good actually. And it's very, very natural looking for today. So I'm very proud that I did this today. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my hair.